I spent 15 years in tech, from engineer to CTO with MBA, working with leadership from startups to enterprises. I've helped dozens of firms implement innovation. And in every single meeting, every CEO, every leader asks me the exact same question. Lucas, this AI stuff is great, but is it safe? Will my company data get leaked? Here is the truth. They're asking the wrong question. The question isn't, is AI safe? The real question is, how do I stop my team from leaking my data right now? Because they already are. The problem? Shadow AI. Your employees are smart. They want to be efficient. They want to get work done. So while you are in board meeting discussing an AI governance policy, your marketing team is pasting your entire sales funnel and customer list into a free consumer chatbot to get insights. Your developers are pasting proprietary source code into a free AI tool to check for bugs. And your HR department is uploading employee performance reviews to summarize them. This is called shadow AI. It's the use of unapproved, unmanaged, consumer-grade tools inside your company. And it's happening because you, the leader, are paralyzed. You haven't given them a safe, approved alternative. You are worried about the future risk of a breach while completely ignoring the current disaster happening on your own network. The problem isn't the technology. It's your lack of a framework. Today, I am giving you that framework. I'm going to show you the only 4 paths for using AI in your business. I will show you the real cost of each, and I will give you a simple decision matrix so you can know exactly which path to take today. And it's not the one you think. Most leaders think they have 2 choices: the free public stuff or the insanely expensive custom-built stuff. They are wrong. Free is the most expensive word in business. The free consumer tools will cost you data, and the free open source models will cost you millions in hidden costs. We are not going to guess. We are going to break down the total cost of ownership for all 4 paths. The paths are the consumer trap, the corporate lock, the developer's API, and the free mirage. Let's go. So, framework path number 1, the consumer trap. This is path 1, the public consumer version of Gemini, the free version of ChatGPT. This is the path your employees are on right now, and it is a data breach in a box. You have to understand the business model. When the product is free, you are the product. More specifically, your data is the product. They will use your conversations to train their models. They will have human reviewers read your inputs to improve their service. They literally warn you in the terms of service. Please do not submit confidential information or any data you would not want a reviewer to see or Google to use. So when your sales manager pastes in your entire client list, you just gave your company most valuable asset to a competitor's training model for free. You've instantly violated confidentiality. You've made GDPR compliance impossible. Why? Because you can't honor the right to be forgotten. You can't delete that data. It's been absorbed. It's gone. On this path, you have no control, no admin console, no audit logs, nothing. This path is not a business option. It is a liability. Any employee using this for work is an active, unmanaged security risk. Your only job as a leader regarding path 1 is to block it, ban it, and educate your team on why it's a trap. But you cannot just take away a tool. You have to replace it, which brings us to the path 90% of you should be on. Framework path 2, the corporate lock. This is path 2. This is the simplest, safest, and the most powerful solution for mid-sized companies. This is the business version. Gemini for Google Workspace, Copilot for Microsoft 365. This is the paid premium add-on to the ecosystem you already use. And the difference is not just features. It is a fundamental legal contractual difference. The business model is reversed. Here, the service is the product. Your data is your data. Google and Microsoft give you a simple ironclad contractual guarantee. Your data is not reviewed by humans. Your data is not used to train models. Period. Your prompts, your emails, your documents, your spreadsheets, they are all treated as customer data under your existing enterprise agreement. Google is simply a data processor. You remain the data controller. This single fact is what makes you GDPR compliant. But that's not even the best part. The real magic of path 2 is that you don't have to build a new security framework for AI. It inherits all the security and controls you already have. Think about this. Your data loss prevention rules, they apply. If you have flagged credit card numbers as sensitive, Gemini won't be able to process them. Your user permissions and access controls, They are all respected. A user cannot ask Gemini to summarize the CEO's private salary document if they don't have permission to see that document in the first place. Your audit logs, all in the same admin console you use today. Your encryption keys, if you use client-side encryption, Google cannot read your data, which means Gemini can't process it either. That's your choice. This isn't shadow AI. This is governed AI. With one move, you solve the shadow AI problem overnight. You give your entire team a tool that is better than the free version, and it is completely safe and managed. The TCO is low and predictable. It's a per-seat subscription. The complexity is near zero. You flip a switch, the security is high. If your goal is general employee productivity, writing emails, summarizing documents, creating presentations, analyzing spreadsheets, this is the answer. Stop debating. This is the one. But what if you don't just want your employees to use AI? What if you want to build AI into your own products? What if you need to build a custom application that talks to your database? That's path 3. Framework path 3, the developer's API. This is the pay-as-you-go model. This is Google Cloud Vertex AI. This is the OpenAI API. You are not using a pre-built app. You are a developer. You are using a programming interface, an API, to integrate the model into your own software. You are building your own customer service chatbot. You are building your own internal code generation tool. You are building your own automated data analysis pipeline. From a data privacy standpoint, this is the highest level of protection you can get from a provider. The guarantee here is even stronger than path 2. It's called zero data retention. The contract is explicit. Your data is not used for training. Your data is not stored. It is not reviewed by anyone. The data you send to the API is used only to generate the response, and then it is gone. This is the only way you should build a commercial customer-facing application. But this path comes with a critical catch. It's called the shared responsibility model. Google or OpenAI secures the model and the API endpoint. You are responsible for securing everything else. You are responsible for your own application code. You are responsible for your own user authentication and access control. You are responsible for cleaning your inputs to prevent prompt injection attacks. You are responsible for encrypting data before you send it. If your app is leaky, the API's security doesn't matter. Path 2, Workspace, is like a secure managed car. Google is the driver, the mechanic, and the security guard. Path 3, API, is like a scaled, armored engine. Google gives you the engine, but you have to build the car, the locks, and the alarm system. This path requires a strong, mature tech team, a real DevSecOps culture. The TCO is variable. It scales with use. It's cheap to start, but can get expensive with high volume. So to recap, path 2 is for using AI. Path 3 is for building with AI. This brings us to the final path, the one everyone loves to talk about and almost no one should ever use. The framework path 4, the free Mirage. This is path 4, self-hosting an open source model. This is when you go to a site like Hugging Face, you download a free model like Llama or Mistral, and you install it on your own servers. Either on-premise, in your server room, or in your own private cloud. The appeal is obvious and it's singular. Absolute 100% data sovereignty. The data never leaves your network. It is air-gapped. For an intelligence agency, a defense contractor, or a high finance firm processing classified trading algorithms, this is the only option. For your mid-sized manufacturing company, it is almost certainly a catastrophic multi-million-dollar mistake. Here is why. The free model isn't free. It's a system with deferred costs. This isn't like hosting a WordPress website. Running a large language model is one of the most computationally expensive tasks on earth. First, you have the capital expenditure, the upfront cost. You need a massive investment in hardware. We are talking racks and racks of high-end data-centered grade GPUs. You need specialized servers, high-performance networking, and robust storage. This can be tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars just to get started. Then you have the operational expenditure, the ongoing cost, the power to run those GPUs, the cooling to stop them from melting, the physical space, the maintenance, and the single biggest cost, the people. You cannot have your regular IT manager run this. You need a dedicated elite team of MLOps engineers, site reliability engineers, and data scientists just to keep the lights on. These are some of the most expensive and difficult to hire people on the planet. And after all that, after you've spent millions of dollars and hired a team of PhDs, the model you're running will still be less capable and less powerful than the models you can access on Path 3 for pennies per query. You are now responsible for your own uptime. You are responsible for scaling. You are responsible for reliability and disaster recovery. The truth is, self-hosting is a trap. It only becomes cheaper than the API if you have an extreme constant high volume workload 24/7 for multiple years. It is a niche solution for a very, very specific problem. This is a risk mitigation strategy, not a cost-saving strategy. Unless your data is so sensitive that no third party on earth can be trusted with it, you should not be on this path. The framework summarized, your decision matrix. So let's make this simple. I've put all 4 of these paths into a detailed comparison table. You can get it on our blog. The link is in the description. But you don't even need it. Here is the entire decision tree. It's just 2 questions. Question 1. Are you using AI or building with AI? If you are using AI for general employee productivity, writing, summarizing, ideating, your choice is simple. Use Path 2, the corporate log. Pay the $30 per user per month for Workspace or 365. It is the cheapest, safest, and fastest way to solve your shadow AI problem and boost productivity. If you are building AI into a custom product or internal tool, your choice is simple. Use Path 3, the developer's API. Accept the shared responsibility, leverage the zero data retention, and build your application. Question 2. Are you a government intelligence agency or a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund processing classified data? If the answer is yes, you have the budget and the mandate. Use Path 4, the free mirage. If the answer is no, do not use Path 4. And what about Path 1, the consumer trap? You never use it. You block it. You train your team why it's a trap. That's it. The choice isn't hard. The problem is that most companies are paralyzed by the options. They spend 6 months debating Path 4, while their entire company leaks terabytes of data through Path 1. The real win is speed. The win is giving your team a safe, governed, powerful tool this week. That tool is Path 2. Choosing your path is the first step, but the technology does not solve the human problem. Whichever path you choose, 2, 3, or 4, you must have a governance framework. You need a simple one-page document, an acceptable use policy. It should state clearly, we use Path 2, for example Workspace, for all internal work. It is approved. We block Path 1, consumer, on all company devices. It is banned. No confidential or client data goes into any AI ever without approval. Our tech team uses Path 3 API for approved projects only. You have to classify your data. You have to train your people. You have to monitor your logs. The tool is just a tool. The framework is what keeps you safe. Stop debating, start acting, pick your path.
You know I gotta come back.